welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make an easy, like super easy, simple dimple, like fidget toy. So the things you'll need is a big piece of paper, but if you don't have a big piece of paper, then you can probably grab 2 or 3 sheets of regular paper. You can use like regular lined paper, but it's easier to use this kind. At least I think it's better to use this kind, just so there's no lines or anything. So you'll need that piece of paper or a few pieces, a pretty sharpened pencil with a good eraser, and then 2 colors. I actually grabbed 2 to 4 colors, 2 for like the simple dimple part, and then 2 for the like the outside part. These are my selection of colors. You can choose whatever colors you want. And then a pair of scissors. It doesn't matter what kind. And some tape. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is grab your pencil and your paper. And on your paper, you're going to draw 2 circles. You have to draw them a little bit bigger than you want the actual, like the actual pop-it things to be. I'm going to show you. Those are my sizes. You can draw yours bigger or smaller or anything really. And yeah. Alright, and then you're going to color those. You can draw like a cute face or just like anything really. With like a pen or whatever. I'm going to color mine, and then I'm going to draw a little face on them. Whatever colors. I would suggest using 2 colors, but it doesn't really matter. You can color them with like a bunch of colors or just 1 color on both of them. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to choose these 2, purple and blue, and then you're going to color the full thing. Okay, just like this, that one, and then it doesn't matter if it's out of the lines, because we're going to cut that out later. And then you're going to do it to the other one too, just like this. And then you can also do them on the back. It's optional, you don't have to. I am, just so it's front and back. You don't have to. Yeah, so just color at the back or the front. It doesn't matter, both of them. I'm doing both of them, but you don't have to. And then you're going to grab your tape and put just 1 layer of tape on it. Just kind of like the squishies, except like my squishy video, except obviously, yeah, just 1 layer. But make sure it covers the whole thing. And like, so if it only goes like halfway, just like this, then either grab another piece of tape or cut that one, and do it again. Which mine, I just cut it and it's pretty small still. So I'll only be able to put this one on one, and then we'll have to get another piece. But then you're gonna put it on the full thing, just to make sure it doesn't rip easily. You can also do on the back too. I don't usually do it on the back. Sometimes I do, but not usually. I probably won't. Yeah. So there's that. Should be fully covered with the 2 colors, and then I have the back, but I'm not going to use tape on the back. Okay. And then you're going to cut those out. It doesn't matter really if it's like, you can also you can put tape on the back too, but I don't usually, so I didn't. that's optional. You don't have to, but and you also don't have to put tape on the front layer too, but that's also optional. It's just easier so it doesn't rip. Here. Alright. So then they should look like this with the tape still on. And then you're going to cut only halfway, just like this. Maybe a little bit longer, but a little bit halfway. Because if you cut all of it, it will not work. So just like this. Hopefully you can see that. And then same for the other one. And then beforehand, you're going to get four small pieces of tape. I usually get a big piece and then cut it into smaller pieces. But you can just cut small pieces. And then just for beginning, just beforehand. Okay, they don't have to be that big at all. They pretty small, not super small, but yeah, I'll show you mine just a sec. Okay, about this small, pretty small. All right, and then you just need 4 tiny ones, and then this is like one of the most complicated parts. So you're gonna grab it. You're gonna pull up one part just like this, and you're gonna put it on top, like put it like this, put it on top, so it's kind of like a little tiny cone. And then if there's any extra, then you just push it in the back part. And then this is where you're gonna want to grab your tape, and you're gonna put it just on that little crack. Do you see that right there? Just put it right there, like that, all the way over. And then you're going to, and then if there's this tape right here, you just cut that part off, right there. Okay, and then you're going to do the same for the other side of this, but also you don't have to pop it, just leave it like that and do it. But yeah, it literally doesn't have to be that big at all. It can be pretty small. So yeah, I'm making mine pretty small. So yeah. Also, like the pop it part, like this part, can also be bigger or it can be smaller. Just your choice. I just went with the flow. I just drew them, just a regular circle, and yeah. And then, like, you see that part can just get cut off. And if it's in an odd shape, then you can shape it up a little bit. Mine is a little ovally, but that's fine. And then you're just gonna pop it like 2 or 3 times. And it's okay if it doesn't look as good on one side than it does the other side. But you're just gonna pop that I usually pop it about like once this or twice this way, like that, and then pop it this way, and then pop it back, just like twice, and then I'm gonna do the exact same for the other one. I'll show you again. So make sure it's cut about halfway, maybe a little bit bigger, but it shouldn't go much bigger than that. And then you're going to, it's okay if they're not the same size. Just like that, and then fold it in again, and then put the tape on the crack. Oh, and it's okay if it's not a big, like a really big cone. Try to make it like as big as you can, because that's the part that makes it pop, is the cone part. Right here, just like that. Perfect. All right. Let me just finish this part. It'll take a few tries to get your first time doing one. Simple dimple and like the poppets things. Also, you don't have to make a simple dimple. You also you can just make a plain one and just like don't have a border like whatever around it. You you can just leave it like this, and yeah, and that's basically it. Like, just leave it like that if you don't want to. Like, if you don't want to have the stuff around, that's also good too. It won't be a simple dimple. It'll just be some, like, just a plain one. And then make sure you pop it again. This one is definitely smaller than this one, but it doesn't really matter. And then you're going to find a good spot on your paper, which I have that, but I'm going to probably do mine over here or down here. And you're going to just draw, or first you're going to grab your pencil, and grab just one of your poppets right now, and draw, or like trace it, just real quick. And it's okay if it's a little, like mine, it's pretty wonky, but I just traced this. And that's okay if it's like that. It doesn't really matter if it's a perfect circle. It just needs to be traced. And then you're going to do the same thing with the other one, but the other one's going to be sort of close, just like this. About that close. I know this one's definitely quite a bit smaller than the other one, but that doesn't really matter. And yours can be perfectly like the exact same size, but mine, I just eyeball it. There we go. There. Now it should look like that. And then now you're going to grab your scissors again. Let me get the tape off of them. Yep, so now you're going to grab your scissors again. And you are going to kind of like push it just like a little bit. Do that, and then it should look like that. And then you're going to basically cut out to like where the pencil is. And try not to get out of it, but it's okay if you do. And basically just cut out the middle part. Not the outside part, the middle part. Because if you cut out the outside part, that just won't really work. Just gonna do that. Alright. And then this, you don't need that for anything, so you can just throw that away. And there. So I traced it, and then I just cut it out. And I'm going to do the same for the other one. Just like that. Perfect. Alright. There we go. And this part might take a minute because it's a little tricky to get it going. But then it should look like this. Just like that. And then you're going to grab, again, beforehand, going to grab a pretty long piece, about that big, and you're going to cut it in half. So you're going to obviously get it off. Oop. Get it off of the dispenser thing. And then you're going to cut this in half, because you want it to be a little bit big, because you don't want it to be, like, you want to cut it as close as you can to in half. So about this big, and then you will need both of them, so you don't throw them away. And then I'm going to grab the smaller one for this part, and then you're just going to put it on top. Try to line it up as good as you can. For me, I cut a little bit too big, like out of the lines, but that's okay. Just like this, and then you're going to kind of tape it right there, basically. So you're going to grab your piece of tape, grab this, and you're going to kind of like put it along the front part. This is the front part. And just like this. And then put it on, just like that. Just like so. And then you're going to grab the other piece. And it's okay, you might have to cut it a little bit, like I have to, because I don't want it to go into the other circle. And now it should just be like a cross, like that, or like a plus. And then you're going to cut off the extra so it doesn't go into the other circle. Which it's okay if it does, but just trying to not let it get there. So there, and it should just look like this. And then you're gonna actually pop it to the other side, like this, like that. And you're going to tape that part too. But you only need a tiny bit for this side. The other side, you don't need as much tape as you do for the front side. 2 pieces again, just like the cross, which, just like that. And then there you go. That's your first one. And then we're gonna grab the other one. Actually, you're gonna do this again. But if yours are bigger, you need like a bigger piece, like about this big for my bigger one. And you're also gonna cut it in half again, just like that. And then you're gonna grab it and find where it's supposed to go, right angle. And then you're gonna grab it here, just like so. And again, just like this. And then you're gonna put it on right there. Perfect. And then you're gonna do it again, but obviously across. So it looks like a cross again. Just like that. And then remember, you're gonna pop it again on this way. So it looks like that. And then I'll tape it again. So you're going to use another piece of tape. And it doesn't matter if yours doesn't look exactly like mine, because it can be bigger, it can be smaller. Just try to make it like medium size, so it's not super small. It doesn't really matter if it's really big. It's just really hard to pop if it's really small. So it has to be like a really good side for it to be poppable. And then there. By now, for me, I can't really color it unless I, once I cut this part, I need to, like, trace it right here, and then like, color it, and then put it like that. And then there you go. It should be pretty much done. And then, since there's tape around it, like long tape, you're gonna probably grab, I know I didn't mention this, but, like a pen or something, because the pencil doesn't really work that well. And this probably will rub off, but that's okay if it does. I'm gonna try to use pencil. It probably won't work that good, but I'm gonna try here. And just like trace it, kind of like a simple dimple. Like, at least try your best to make it look like a simple dimple, like the shape. It's okay if it's a little small, like that. And then you're gonna cut out on the line. Cut it out on the line. So I'm doing, take your time. Just don't really try to do this quick.
Hello. Oh, thank you, Holly. Thank you. You found the iPad. Thank you.
And there, it should look like this. And there you go. Before you use the tape, you can color this before you start to put the poppets on, because it'll be easier that way. And there you go. That's the end of the poppet. All right. Hey sis, you want to say hi to everybody? Come here.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
This is Aaliyah. All right. Say bye.
Bye.
Remember, you can do anything if you believe. Bye. Make sure to like, subscribe. You can do anything if you believe. Bye.